They love to talk about firsts in sports. First for women, first for Black athletes. But somehow they always leave out this woman. Meet Alice Coachman, the first Black woman to ever win an Olympic gold medal. She broke records, dominated track and field, and opened doors that were bolted shut. Why isn't her name legendary? It's 1948, and the world is watching the London Olympic, and Alice Coachman is about to make history. She's a high jumper from Georgia, a Black woman competing in an era where racism and sexism were everywhere. On the field, in the press, in everyday life. She wasn't even allowed to train on the same fields as the white athletes. She had to craft her own training equipment just to practice, but she dominated every single competition she entered, even with the odds stacked against her. And then she won. The Alice Coachman cleared 5 feet 6 and 1/8 inches, setting a record, and becoming the first Black woman in Olympic history to take home gold. The Queen of England herself actually handed her that medal. But here's the part they don't talk about. When she came home, there was no parade, no celebration. America didn't treat her like a hero. Even at her own recognition ceremony, she had to use the colored entrance and wasn't allowed to speak. And yet, she kept going. She was the first Black woman to get an endorsement deal, years before it was common. She mentored young athletes, paved the way for Black women in sports, and built a legacy. They tell you about Serena, about Simone, about Flojo. But before all of them, there was her. She didn't just jump higher. She broke barriers. And whether or not they write her name in the history books, her impact is still standing. Say her name, Alice Coachman.